What's going on, everybody? We are back with yet another video. Unfortunately, been away for a week now because I'm dumb and did not realize I have not been doing so, and the week has passed by really quickly. But either way, my name's Cody Lear. If you do like the content that we put out, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and see if you do enjoy my pretty face. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, so today we're going to be doing predictions yet again. I believe last week we went like 13-3, like it was a really, really good week. Now we're finally entering some bye weeks. Hopefully we can't predict things quite as easy. Hopefully we can, though, for me. I would like that because my record's been pretty good this year, and hopefully we can keep that up. But let's get started with tonight's game, which is the San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. So the 49ers are still pretty banged up. I know they are going to get Brock Purdy back, and that may make things a little difficult for me to predict. I think the Rams are just a better team all around, to be honest with you. I like their offense better, their defense better, their rushing attack is better. Yeah, everything about the Rams really screams that they're a better team to me. The 49ers, again, they are a 3-1 team. They are somebody not to leave for granted, right? They've won their games, but the problem is they just really have not looked impressive the past couple weeks. I guess last few at this point. Thursday night game, I tend to like the lean home team really anyway, to be honest with you. So I'm probably going to stick with the Rams here. I mean, no, last week I pretty much went with the Seahawks, but that one felt like a team that was a little bit more dominant than the other, and I think that is kind of the case here. That's why I'm going to stick with the Rams. Quarterback play, I think, is a little better. They're obviously a lot more healthy, so yeah, give me the Rams in this one. I think that they will get the job done, and it will be a pretty solid win for them, to be honest with you, as they will start like 4-1 on the year. Vikings, they will be on the road to the Cleveland Browns. For me, the thing is the Vikings are just a better team. The thing is, though, I don't know if their offense is going to be able to score as well. And quite frankly, I don't think that it will. I think I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns in this one. Carson Wentz worries me. The Browns are starting Dylan Gabriel. This honestly might be the hardest game I've called all year round, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to take Cleveland to get this win. I think Dylan Gabriel is going to score just enough points to get the job done. Carson Wentz is going to struggle against that Cleveland Browns defense, as everybody else seems to do. And yeah, Cleveland's going to get the job done here. I know their offense hasn't exactly particularly looked impressive, but they've won their games. Now, they played the Lions last week, really tough win, so yeah, it's going to be hard for Cleveland to win that game. They kind of shocked the world when they beat the Green Bay Packers. I think this week they get the job done against the Minnesota Vikings. I believe it's like their second win on the year. I think they pull off an upset here just due to the fact I don't really trust Carson Wentz anymore. He used to be a really great quarterback, but I don't think that that's going to be the case this week. And of course, it is an international game. I forget where they're going to be, but I know it's going to be a different game, so give it to the Vikings. Up next, we are back to the States with the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Football Jets. And okay, I listen. I'm the kind of guy that likes to believe in anybody but the Cowboys, but this week I just cannot do that. I cannot do that whatsoever. Cowboys, I think, are a better team than the Jets. The Jets did not look that impressive against the Miami Dolphins. Now, their offense, I think, will look a lot better. The Cowboys' defense is dookie. But the Cowboys, I think, will be able to put up enough points on the Jets to get the job done, is the thing. I don't think the Jets have a good enough defense to hold the Cowboys, and that's where things are going to go well for them. And the Cowboys are going to get the job done yet again. They are going to go on. They're going to win another game. I believe they'll be like 2-1 now because of the tie. So give it to the Cowboys for this one. I think they get the job done against the Jets. Now the next game we have the New York Football Giants versus the New Orleans Saints. We're gonna be seeing Spencer Rattler 1v1. I'm gonna give this one to the Giants. I think their defense is finally finding its stride a little bit. It looked okay against the Chiefs, but it looked really good last week and the victory against the Chargers. And this week, I think they get the job done again. I think that they put some pressure on Spencer Rattler, make him make some mistakes, and Jackson Dart will get that team yet another win on the year. Do I think the Giants are going to be on their way back to winning a lot of football games? No, I don't think so, but I think this is a favorable matchup for them. I'm going to give it to the Giants here. I think the Giants are kind of a runaway favorite for me. Cam Scatterboo is playing really good football. Jackson Dart, very good football player. They have some decent receivers, even though Malik Neighbors is now out for the year. Um, that's the only part that makes me worried about the Giants' offense, but I believe Jackson Dart will be able to get the job done against the New Orleans Saints, and they will get the win here. Now, the Vegas Raiders, they will be on the road to the Indianapolis Colts, where they will take another loss to the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Indianapolis Colts have finally lost a game, but it was to a really good team in the Los Angeles Rams. I don't think the Raiders are going to be able to repeat those said things against the Indianapolis Colts. That's the really only issue there, and that's why I have to kind of stick with the Colts here. I want to bet against the Colts every single week. That's just what I like to do, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. They're going to get the job done against the Las Vegas Raiders, and they will advance to 4-1 on the year. Pretty much a favorable lead for them. Well, I think they might be tied with Jacksonville right now, but yeah, either way. Yeah, give me the Colts in this one. I think they're the better team. Miami Dolphins will be on the road to the Carolina Panthers. Last week, Miami did not really look that impressive against the New York Jets, but I think to myself that it was a divisional opponent. Tua Tagovailoa and Mike McDaniel tend to beat up on these teams that are under 500 and struggle against teams that are over. That's why I think I'm going to still take the Dolphins here. That's just their history at this point. The Panthers really did not look impressive at all against the New England Patriots. This team looked rough all over the place. I have no reason to believe in the Panthers, and that's just how it goes, to be honest with you. Do I want to see them win? Absolutely, because the Dolphins are a really weird team. But I do think the Dolphins are going to get the job done. I think Darren Waller probably goes for a touchdown. Jalen Waddle still looks pretty good because that Panthers defense was kind of cut up all over. The only team that seemed to can't beat that defense is the Atlanta Falcons, and yeah. So give me the Miami Dolphins to get the job done against them. I think that they take this one in a pretty favorable way. We are on to the Denver Broncos against the Philadelphia Eagles. Denver beat up a really bad Cincinnati team. The Eagles have beaten a lot of really, really good teams at this point. They've beaten the Chiefs. They have beaten the Los Angeles Rams. They have beaten the Dallas Cowboys. I forgot who they beat last week, but it was a pretty good win for them. Yeah, give me the Eagles. If until someone actually goes out there and beats them, I'm not gonna debate them. So yeah, give me the Philadelphia Eagles to get the job done here. I think their offense is a little bit more explosive. Bo Nix has looked a lot better, but I don't know if he's going to look as great against the Eagles. If the Eagles defense is able to hold up, the Eagles team is an absolute threat, and they will get the job done. Yet again, give me Philadelphia on this one. Houston Texans, they will be on the road to the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Houston Texans, they weren't really that impressive until they beat up on the Tennessee Titans last week. Everybody beats the Tennessee Titans, though. The Ravens did not look really good at all last week against the Kansas City Chiefs. You kind of go off of momentum in certain scenarios, and I think this is going to be one of them. I'm going to take the Houston Texans to get the job done. This is also kind of a toss-up because Lamar Jackson was hurt. If he's not able to play Sunday, then my absolute bet is going to be on the Houston Texans because I think their defense is really, really good. In fact, their defense has allowed the least amount of points in the entire football league. Yeah, give me Houston to get the job done. I think they beat the Baltimore Ravens in a really, really close game because I think both teams aren't really that great, but this could be C.J. Stroud's revenge game. He gets himself back on track. Hey, who knows? We'll see how it goes. The Tennessee Titans, they will be on the road to the Arizona Cardinals, where they will also take yet another loss on the year because the Arizona Cardinals are a better team. The Titans are absolutely, as Cam Ward said it, bleep. Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. It is the worst football team I've probably ever seen, and the Cardinals, they aren't absolutely phenomenal, but they look better than the Titans. I mean, it's not really that hard to. So yeah, give me the Cardinals to get this job done. The Titans are absolutely garbage, and the Cardinals are they're an okay football team. I think it's a team that's going to be like an 8-9 kind of contender kind of thing. Because they still do have a fairly good coach. I think Jonathan Gannon's a good coach, and I think that he will get the job done here. Give me the Arizona Cardinals to get that job done there. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the road to the Seattle Seahawks. And my pick here is going to be Seattle. For many reasons, to be honest with you. I think that they are the better team right now. The Buccaneers, I think, have gotten a little bit lucky here and there. Their offense finally did get something going against the Philadelphia Eagles, but I think the Seattle defense is even better, and they were going to go ahead and clamp down on them. Seahawks will get this job done against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because their defense is just absolutely better. Sam Darnold's playing really good football. They're playing behind a really good offensive line. Seahawks get the job done against the Buccaneers, who are still a little banged up. Once they get the full circle, I think that you really have a team to worry about that. But, teams like the Falcons really have to get on their clamp down, and they have to try to get back in there because the Buccaneers are going to play good football. But give me the Seattle Seahawks in this one. The Detroit Lions, they are on the road to the Cincinnati Bengals in the kitty fight of the century. And in the litter box, we're going to give this W to the Detroit Football Lions. Dan Campbell is the man. Okay, yeah, just go ahead and let me take the Lions here. Now, the Bengals defense is really not really good, but that really has not been the real issue. It has been the quarterback position of Jake Browning. The problem is that you're playing the Detroit Lions, who seem hungry, who seem angry. Ever since they lost to the Green Bay Packers, they are finally back, and they are beating everybody down. And that is going to continue this week as they beat the Cincinnati Bengals, who, while they are a very good team, are not really playing the best football right now. Give me Detroit to get the job done. Washington Commanders are on the road to the Los Angeles Chargers. I think for me, I have to take the Commanders here. From what I'm hearing is that Jaden Daniels has a chance to be back. The Chargers, their offensive line is absolutely whacked up. Their offense has not played as great because the offensive line has not been great, has not been as wonderful, and they've also played some really good defenses. The Commanders' defense I would not put on the parallel to those other ones, but their offensive line of the Chargers is really worrying for me. I think the Commanders will be able to get into the backfield. Justin Herbert has looked like an absolutely great quarterback. Problem is I don't think that will continue if the things are not working right. If the offensive line isn't working right, the receivers still got to keep catching the ball. I could definitely see this one going either way, but give me the Commanders in this one. The New England Patriots are playing Sunday Night Football with the Buffalo Bills. And for me, I think it's a pretty tight matchup, actually. Patriots absolutely dominated the Carolina Panthers. Now, while that doesn't seem as difficult as it should on paper, I just don't think that is something that you don't take into account when you're talking about this game, because Buffalo's defense has not played the greatest of football. Their offense also has not played the greatest of football. But the thing is, there are times where Josh Allen does level up, power up, and dominate when the time is on his shoulders. His team is they're okay. James Cook, absolutely great player. The wide receivers, I think you could have some complaints. The offensive line plays pretty well, but overall, this is the Josh Allen show on the offensive side. The New England Patriots, they do have a very solid defense. I think I'm going to take Buffalo, though, for sure, because I just cannot bet against a team that just has not lost yet, while the Patriots have struggled just a tiny bit. I think they're about 2-2 on the year. The Bills are 4-0. Give me the team that's undefeated right now. I think they get it done. Let's go, Buffalo. Now for Monday Night Football, we have the Kansas City Chiefs on the road to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Jacksonville is 3-1. Kansas City maybe 2-2. So, you look at this and you're like, okay, well, Jacksonville has home field advantage. They're playing really good football. Are they able to beat the Chiefs? No, they will not beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a better team overall. They are going to stay a better team overall. I definitely like their team a little bit better than the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll take Kansas City all day on this one. I don't think it's going to be that close of a contest. I think their offense is just better. Their defense, I think, is better. There's nothing really that great about the Jacksonville Jaguars. For me, they're playing really good football, playing really solid football, but I don't think they are enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, who seem to finally unlock themselves just last week. And that is going to be the end of this video, so I do hope you do enjoy. If you do, please leave a like, please leave a comment, please leave a subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. I am so happy to see you. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.